So, good morning everyone. So, I am here to present to you my assigned topic. It is all about cardiorespiratory endurance, muscular endurance, body composition, and flexibility. So, this is my assigned topic that I will tackle to you. So, first, it is all about cardiorespiratory endurance. But first, let us define first what is cardiorespiratory endurance. So, cardiorespiratory endurance is the level at which your heart, lungs, and muscles work together when you're exercising for an extended period of time. This shows how efficiently your cardiorespiratory system functions and is an indicator of how physically fit and healthy you are. So basically, it is your heart, the level of how your heart and lungs can work together in a long period of time. It is how you endure your cardiorespiratory endurance. So, why do you think so that it is important? Why do you think so that it's important to know that on how your cardiorespiratory endurance work? So first is it is useful to know your cardiorespiratory endurance level because it can either be a sign of health or a sign that you need to improve your level of fitness. So basically, if you are, you know, you're a kind of person that don't really like to do a workout and you're doubting your capacity on how to work on, then it is important to know your cardiorespiratory endurance level so that you can check your health and then if you are physically fit or not. And increasing cardiorespiratory endurance has a positive effect on your overall health. Your lungs and heart are able to better use oxygen. This allows you to exercise for a longer periods without getting tired. So it is really important because sometimes you lack oxygen when you exercise. So it is the time to know your cardiorespiratory endurance so that you will know how you will start on training your cardiorespiratory endurance level. So that is the importance of cardiorespiratory endurance. Then, most people can increase their cardiorespiratory endurance by doing regular exercise. So basically, people do regular exercise like jogging especially during dawn because most likely that is the time that people really love to jog, and then it helps their cardiorespiratory endurance in their day-to-day living. So, so I will give you some exercises to improve your cardiorespiratory endurances. So first, the exercises can help to burn fat, develop muscles, and get your heart pumping. It is also important that you breathe deeply while doing the exercise. So first, run and jump in place. So so let us take the opportunity to use the recent pandemic that is happening to us now. It is important to run and jump in place. So we cannot go outside and then do our workout, so we can do it inside our house. We just run and jump in place, just in place. And then jumping jacks also is one way also to boost our cardiorespiratory endurance. Standing side to side hops, and in and out hopping squats. Burpees. So basically burpees is like the second picture below. So that is burpees, like push and then stand up and then like what the illustration shows below. So that is some of the exercises to improve your cardiorespiratory endurances. And next is here's there are also some exercises to improve your cardiorespiratory endurances aside from those presented in the last slide. So you can also do the other physical activities such as running or jogging, and then swimming, cycling, dancing, boxing, aerobics, or similar activities, any active sports. So these are also one of the exercises that you can boost your cardiorespiratory endurance. You can just pick one of them, and or you can also do all of them if you can, and if it can also fit your time. It is up to you on how you adjust your activities. Next, muscular endurance. So muscular endurance is the ability of muscle or a group of muscles to sustain repeated contraction against a resistance for an extended period of time. So from the word itself, muscular, so it basically tells about how your muscles endure in all the physical activities, and how your muscles do mm, how your muscles can work in a long period of time. It is one of the components of muscular fitness along with muscular strength and power. Do you need muscular endurance? So that is the question now. Why is it important to have muscular endurance? Now, by building muscular endurance, you will be able to perform physical tasks for a long period of time. While strength allows you to lift a force, endurance also allows you to continue doing this over time. So it is also important because what? Because it will help us to do our task much easier. Diba? If one we will do our daily tasks, for example, in our household chores, we need also muscular endurance because it will also help us to be physically fit, and then it can also help our parents. It can also help our friends who need help. It is not just for you, but it is also for all the aspects in your life. Importance of muscular endurance. And now it is on improving muscular endurance. So to improve endurance for cardiorespiratory fitness activities such as running and cycling, progressively increase the time you spend in activity at the moderate pace. While this will result in muscles that are geared for endurance, it is usually discussed as cardiovascular endurance. So the cycling and running is one of the activities that will help to improve our muscular endurance. And now, how to increase muscular endurance? First is weight training. Aim to complete a movement for at least 12 repetitions. If your muscles are exhausted sooner, then the weight is too heavy and you are building strength, not endurance. You can use either machines or free weights to improve your muscular endurance. So in muscular endurance, it is important to have a training and then you will have to repeat it. You have to repeat it more, because if your muscles are exhausting sooner, then the weight is too heavy and you are building strength, not endurance. So it is not anymore endurance, it is more on strength. So you know, muscular endurance needs a step-by-step process so that you can aim on what you are wanted to do. You can use either machines or free weights to improve your muscular endurances. So it is not just on, you know, lifting and lifting, and then not on focusing on what you are trying to do, but it is more on weight training, and you are training your muscular endurance, so you need to do it step by step. Exercise slowly and controlled. Avoid jerky movements and throwing the weights about. Lower the resistance slowly when training through the complete range of motion. Many people make the mistake of thinking as they are trying to perform a higher repetitions that they should just move faster. So don't do some exercises that is very abrupt activity, because it is not very advisable to do, because it can makes you harm, because lower lower the resistance slowly when you're training through the complete range of motion. So that is it. It is, as what I have said, it is step by step process. Next is regular exercise. If you want to improve endurance, you need to train on a regular basis, ideally on a daily basis. Work on completing the minimum 12 repetitions, taking a short rest, and then repeating for at least 3 sets on each major muscle groups. So that is the problem now, from all of the aspects in training, because they're just practicing if it is if there is tournament, if there is activity. That is why some of us don't improve, because we don't practice regularly. That is the most important thing in exercise. You need to practice regularly to maintain your body, and then also to maintain your muscles. Next, move better. The more efficiently you are moving, the easier it will be to increase your endurance. For beginners, it is key to start with simple movements when performing resistance training and building this up. Start on machines and progressing to free weights is a great way to do this. If you think you are running technique, the more fluids this is, the longer you will be able to perform, as you will be working far more efficiently. So that is what I am talking about. It is a step-by-step process. If from from the from pinakagamay, and then magkadako, magkataas, magkataas. That is how you exercise. It is not just derecho derecho, because it just a waste of time of you. So, as what you can see in the picture, it basically depicts body composition. So, what is body composition? Body composition is used to describe a percentage of fat, bone, water, and muscles in the human bodies. So basically, it composes your body, or what your body is composed all about. Two people of same sex and body weight may look completely different from each other because they have a different body composition. So that is body composition. Body composition and growth are key components of health in both individuals and populations. The ongoing epidemic of obesity in children and adults has highlighted the importance of understanding fat levels for a short-term and long-term health. However, other components of body composition also influence health outcomes and its measurement in increasingly valuable clinical practices. So basically, body composition is important for us because it really depicts on how we do in life. It basically depicts on what we do and what we eat in life. So basically, if you are fit, it also reflects on what you eat and how you work on your body. It is important also to know our body composition, because body composition is one way to know if we are healthy or not. That is the main point of body. So if your body is not equally divided with a perfect body composition, here are the complications of low body fat: poor insulation, minimal energy stores, lack of cushioning for organs, poor cardiovascular functions, because if you are fat, that is the risk of cardiac arrest. Prone to illness, very prone to illness like diseases and other. Poor recovery from exercise, illness, low testosterone, weak muscles, loss of bone density, and then your bones will become weak. And then amenorrhea. So amenorrhea is something to do with the female organ. That is, I think there is pain in their body organ. That is the complications of low body fat. Next is, what are the dangers also of not knowing your body compositions? What will happen if you are not aware of our body compositions? What are the dangers? As said, a healthy balance between fat and muscles is vital for health and wellness throughout life. Scientific evidences shows that a healthy body composition will increase your lifespan, reduce the risk of heart disease, cancer, diabetes, insulin resistance, increase energy level, and improve your self-esteem. So basically, if you are a healthy person, you will not have the risk of these kind of diseases like heart disease, cancer, diabetes, insulin. If you are aware of your body composition and what you eat and what you do, you will, those diseases that is being discussed in the picture, in the text, it will be not, it will not be happen to you, because if you know your body composition and if you're aware of what you eat and what is right and what is wrong, this you know these complications will all happen if you will not aware of what you eat and what you do in your life. Although if you're young, you cannot experience this, all of these complications, but when you reach the age of 40, 50, 60, you will suffer from all of those complications if you are not aware of what you eat and what you do in life. That will happen to you. Next, the last topic that I will tackle all about you is flexibility. So what is flexibility? Flexibility is the range of motion in a joint or group of joints, or the ability to move joints effectively through a complete range of motion. Flexibility trainings include stretching exercise to lengthen the muscles, and may include activities like yoga or tai chi. Improving your flexibility can help you move more comfortably throughout the day. So flexibility is your ability to move and stretch your body as much as your muscles can. Yes, it is flexibility is the range of motion in a joint or group. It is how your body stretch and move on how you do. So if you are more flexible, you can do more and you can execute the things that you want to do. That is flexibility. So 3 types of stretching to improve your flexibility. So as what I have said, stretching. So stretching improves flexibility, but you don't have to do hours of stretching to enjoy the benefits of flexibility training. There are different types of stretching to improve flexibility. First is static stretching. You move into a position that lengthens a target muscles and hold the position for 15 to 60 seconds. It is the best to remember to breathe as you hold each stretch. So while you stretch your body for 15 to 60 seconds, it is important to breathe as you hold each stretch, because when you can do that, meaning to say that you can improve your stretching. That is static. Second is dynamic. You move in and out of a position that lengthens a target muscle. Dynamic stretches often involves a gentle bouncing movement and are sometimes called ballistic stretches. So from static stretching, just one one position nga stretch, just steady, muna siya mag-static, and then you breathe, and then you breathe out. That is static. In dynamic, it is moving, stretching while moving. From the word is a ballistic stretches. So dynamic involves a gentle bouncing movement. So dynamic means you stretch, you move your body. So that is dynamic stretch. Active. Next is active isolated stretching. You move your joint through a complete range of motion, holding the end point only briefly, then return to the starting point and repeat. Many athletes and active exercisers use active isolated stretching to prevent injuries or muscle imbalance. So this is most common and common stretching that we do, pointing the pointing the hitting the end point of our body, and then back again, and then putting the end point. So that is the kind of stretching. So that is flex. And then why do we need to be why do we need to do stretching and practicing flexibility? What does it help in our body? It allows great freedom of movement and improved posture. So when you are more flexible, you can do what you can do, and you can execute things that you want to do in do in all activities, especially in PE class. You can stretch more, you can do more, you can split, and then you can do your activity. So that is it. Allows greater freedom on what you do, what you do. Next is increased physical and mental relaxation. So once you are more flexible, it is more relaxing, mentally relaxing, physical and mental. And the word is physical, not just physical but also mental. When you stretch, it is also just a something like yoga, and then there is inner peace in you. Next, releases of muscle tension and soreness. So when you are more flexible, you are not prone to kuan injuries and other things when you are on stretching and flexible. Next, reduce the risk of injury. So if you are practicing your flexibility, you have the lesser chance to have an injury. So that is it. Now, some people are naturally more flexible. Flexibility is primarily due to one's genetic, gender, age, body shape, and level of physical activity. As people grow older, they tend to lose flexibility, usually as a result of inactivity, but partially because of the aging process itself. The less active you are, the less flexible you are likely to be. As with cardiovascular endurance and muscle strength, flexibility will improve with regular training. So that is it. If you are more on into that, if you are always doing your physical activities, your body shape and level of physical activity will also be improved. It is it is in us that it is in us to it is in us kung saan nato gipangbuhat ang mga activities. It is the activities and the other exercises that is needed is nara dyan na siya diha. It is us only to do kung saan nato siya pag-balance and ang mga activities nga atong kinahanglan. So that's the end of my topic, and thank you.